It seems like there is a trend that Team Arcana or Examu like to make a lot of rekka characters, hard with some exceptions. So here's an example of hard rekka characters that I found in every game, except Nitro Plus Blasters. First character we will explore is Tuka from Akukaza. You just push one button after one hit. It looks easy, until you realize that you have to just frame every hit to get the proper timing, and it changes depending which button you put. And even if you get the rekka timing right, you can miss the follow-up super timing, depending on the screen position. She also has KOF short hops, and a spinning wheel, so get used to TK6, 2, 3 motions. Her 5A does not chain into 5B like most other characters in the game. It is possible to link her throw into 5A and 5BC, though it is pretty difficult as you can see here. Finally, there is her 5C dash cancels and synergy with Rena assist. It is possible to dash cancel 5 times into a mix-up during the fireworks ending, but this is the best I can do after many tries. If you want to see a real Rena Tuka player do it right, here is a clip. Million Arthur Arcana Blood has 2 characters I will explore, one being Yamaneko or Wildcat Arthur, and the other being Iai Arthur. Instead of being an attack, Yamaneko's rekka loads her bullets with elementals based on her assist call. Notice her gunshots change depending on what bullets are loaded, which is based on your assist's elements, which she stores. Ever since an update into its console release, she can now store bullets into her second slot by holding the D button slightly longer. This added some options, but also made her execution a lot harder, as you usually want bullets stored in your first slot for the first available shot. This means it became easy to drop combos such as these, from storing a bullet in the wrong slot, or gaining certain advantages for neutral resets. She also gained the ability to get elemental damage with her normals during enchant boosts, though it is not easy cancelling into a quick assist, and rekka into the right slot to get no mana cooldown and the right combo enders. Notice how I had to get ice loaded on the first slot regardless, and had to hold button for wind assists, or tap fast for fire to get the proper elemental counter hit order follow-ups. If I accidentally load ice in the second slot, it would just be replaced when I rekka again regardless which slot the other bullet is stored in. Iai Arthur can rekka her bat 2 strikes into specific 2-3-6D sliding enders. Timing to get it right is kind of awkward, and I was also doing this a lot while filming. You also want to hold the button while doing her bat 2 strikes, since plinking can cancel her stance. As someone who has never played a character like this, it was hard not to accidentally do this while learning. If you do want to master her stance cancels, you can pull off combos, such as these, which I will not attempt to learn. Now let's talk about a game that you probably would not have heard of. Unless you are a true Team Arcana fan, or watched this channel enough in the past, yes, Demon Bride. And the 2 rekka characters, Will Examu are Pu Rai and Eve. Coincidentally, they both have bomb-dropping J2Ds. A dive kick. And pretty bad DP, in a game with a lot of good DPs. Eve's 214 times 3 will whiff on crouch. I am not sure if her proper BNB is 214, 236A, 236, or just 5B into something. But it seems really inconsistent, and there are not many guides for this game. I am not sure if her better starter is 5A 5B, or linking into 3A, but everything seemed inconsistent. 236B off her rekka is used for overhead resets, but I don't think it can combo into anything. Pu Rai is a hard character in general. Her BNB also involved 214 into 236 links of different buttons. You generally want to start her combos with 6A since 8B seem to have a lot of pushback and cause combos to drop easier, which is already odd. Which buttons do you use during her combos? I am not completely sure since it seems like the timing is odd and character specific, as you can see me trying here. The game also does not disable the chance of accidental DPs, which sometimes work during rekkas, but often not. 214 looks like an overhead, but isn't, which makes it pretty bad one block. Accidental DPs can really kill you on block, even if you don't factor in the game's defensive mechanics that are hard to demonstrate. She also has one of the worst command grabs. It's easily stuffed and whiff on crouch, but it can anti-air and grab standing. Now onto Arcana Heart, which got several characters to cover. First character being Yuriko, who you might remember from my hardest Arcana Heart characters video, even though she is only a rekka character after a successful pentagram which have to safely set up. What really makes her hard is when she doesn't have her pentagram or triangle installed. Her basic BNBS are really weird. And I cannot think of another fighting game character where you have to be as aware of distancing or hit block confirms to not with disjointed normals, and of course needing to safely set up pentagrams. Fiona is considered one of the easier characters in the game, as long as you don't learn her Misty Chain or Sacred Bringer. I cannot figure out the timing to finish Misty Chains anywhere outside of the corner, where you can just mash her rekka. If you decide to use the first move, easier applications is to just go for a hard knockdown and left-right mix-up, or link the first hit into 5A 5B air combo. Sacred Slayer is her level 3 command grab that links into a 1-frame link. Timing changes in Extend Force mode. Fiona also doesn't have any way to set it up, which make it almost impossible to land in a match, even if you got the consistent execution. Lilica is the only fighting game character I know of who can rekka across the screen. Her 2-3-6 specials change depending on whether they are done during a dash or another rekka starter when she lands. The Stand widescreen update really nerfed her by making execution for some stuff harder, or just not hit in some cases. Her basic heal loops require timing Extend Force cancel when she lands into a micro dash 2-3-6 to get her dash specials. She can even short hop or back dash off her rekkas. Now for Mei Fong, for starters, she has to link her basic ABC strings instead of the usual chains. It is easy to whip 2-3-6A off a jump in starter, but you want to use 2-3-6B 2-3-6A 2-3-6A to set up easier extend force or homing cancel routes. She also doesn't have 6-2-3 disabled during 2-3-6 rekkas, and probably the worst 6-2-3C DP in any game. Since her 2-3-6C can be used as a guard break reset, it can easily make you fly to the moon and die. She also have a 2-1-4, 6-2-3, 2-3-6-8 rekkas as well to move across the screen, but that's not too hard, just different. I would rate her easier than Lilica, despite the weirdness, because of being able to mash into her links, and getting an auto combo once you extend force. So in conclusion, I would say it's true that Team Arcana often like hard execution rekka characters. But there are definitely some exceptions. And this video has gone on for a while.